Oh, beloved one, something just shifted in the heavens for you. A light, so bright, just burst through the clouds above your name, and it's not by accident that you are seeing this message right now. This moment was whispered into time long before you ever felt the weight you're carrying today. And now, finally, the divine is breaking through the silence. God says, "You've waited, you've cried, you've begged in secret, and I have heard every word. What's coming next will feel like a miracle you forgot how to hope for." This message isn't random. It's a divine setup. Please don't turn away. Something sacred is unfolding and you're at the center of it. Archangel Michael is standing with his sword of truth blazing, and he's shouting your name across dimensions. You've been seen, chosen, and protected in ways you can't even imagine. He says, "Open this with your heart because this is not a casual message, it's an answer to the cries you thought were ignored." He has waited for the perfect divine moment to step in with this truth. Your miracle has already arrived. But the question is, will you let yourself receive it? The enemy has tried to cloud your clarity. But heaven is screaming louder now. Don't ignore this. Not again. God doesn't work with coincidence. He works in precise divine appointments, and this, right here, right now, is one of them. Somebody in heaven just sent a request with your name etched in light. They whispered, "Please, let them see it this time. Don't let them scroll past this blessing again." You've been followed by blessings that are trying to find a landing place. That's why the delays have felt so strange, because the miracle's been circling, waiting for your yes. And the moment you open your heart, it's going to feel like your entire life was just waiting for this shift. Are you ready to let it in? Michael says, you've been looking at the door that closed, but heaven has already opened a gate. Not just a door, but a whole divine path that was hidden until now. The suffering you endured was not in vain. The angels wept with you, even when no one saw you. That night you whispered, "God, do you even see me?" Yes, he saw. And he's been sending this moment toward you ever since. But you must understand, this isn't just a message. It's a lifeline. If you walk past it, you may miss the next divine turning point. You've asked for a sign. This is it. Don't look away. Before we go deeper, I want to pause and tell you something important from the heavens. If this message already makes your soul feel like it's waking up, it means it's meant for you. If your heart's been cracking open while reading this, then Archangel Michael and God have touched you. This is your sign. Stay close to messages like this. Subscribe not just with your button, but with your spirit. Because when heaven speaks once, it will speak again. And you're about to hear things that change the very direction of your future. Don't walk this miracle journey alone. Listen now, the breakthrough is not far. You're not being teased by the divine. You're being trained for it. That's why everything felt harder lately, because the miracle requires new strength. God was building that inside you while you thought he was silent. Michael says, every delay was a disguised preparation. Every no was a redirection. And every moment you thought heaven forgot you, it was actually heaven rewriting your timeline for something far greater than what you settled for. Can you feel that warmth stirring in your chest? That's your soul saying yes to this message. Don't resist it. You thought you were being punished. But no, God has only been positioning you. There's no punishment here. Only redirection, restoration, and release. And now the floodgates are trembling. Your name is echoing in places you can't see yet. Archangel Michael says a spiritual war has already been won on your behalf. You just need to walk into the victory that's already yours. But that takes courage, the kind of courage you didn't know you had, but heaven already placed inside you. This is not just another day. This is the day heaven marks as the beginning of your miracle story. You may feel unworthy, tired, or too far gone, but that's not the truth of you. That's the lie darkness whispered when you were alone. But God is rewriting that lie right now. He's saying, you are not forgotten, not forsaken, not finished. You are just getting started. Michael adds, and anyone who doubted you, will soon see what I always knew about you. Your anointing didn't vanish, it's been growing quietly, waiting for the right divine ignition. This moment is the spark. Don't miss the fire because you thought it would come louder. Sometimes, miracles come as a whisper wrapped in urgency. And can we speak about the people around you for a moment? Because there are individuals who pretended to support you, but secretly doubted your rise. They said they cared, but they hoped you'd never shine brighter than them. Archangel Michael says they were distractions. Their time in your life was only to test your faith, not to shape your future. Your true tribe, your divine connections, are being summoned right now. You will see new doors open through people who carry the fragrance of peace and the energy of elevation. Don't hold on to who's leaving. Make space. The right ones are arriving. Now feel this next line not with your ears, but your soul. Your miracle has arrived. Yes, really. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Now. It's in motion, headed toward your life like a divine avalanche. Nothing can stop it, except your disbelief. But Michael is covering that doubt right now. He's placing his sword between you and the fear that used to control you. The winds of heaven are moving. The atmosphere around your finances, your relationships, your health, your destiny, it's all shifting. You've been praying for a sign, and this message is heaven's answer. But you have to respond. Faith is your key. And can we speak about the people around you for a moment? Because there are individuals who pretended to support you, but secretly doubted your rise. They said they cared, but they hoped you'd never shine brighter than them. Archangel Michael says they were distractions. Their time in your life was only to test your faith, not to shape your future. Your true tribe, your divine connections, are being summoned right now. You will see new doors open through people who carry the fragrance of peace and the energy of elevation. Don't hold on to who's leaving. Make space. The right ones are arriving. Now feel this next line not with your ears, but your soul. Your miracle has arrived. Yes, really. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Now. It's in motion, headed toward your life like a divine avalanche. Nothing can stop it, except your disbelief. But Michael is covering that doubt right now. He's placing his sword between you and the fear that used to control you. The winds of heaven are moving. The atmosphere around your finances, your relationships, your health, your destiny, it's all shifting. You've been praying for a sign, and this message is heaven's answer. But you have to respond. Faith is your key. Let's go deeper. That secret desire you've been afraid to say out loud, yes, that one. The one that feels too big, too bold, too impossible. God planted that dream in you for a reason. And now He's watering it with this message. Michael says, if you could see what's already set in place for you, you'd stop worrying and start worshiping. The money you thought you lost? Restoration is coming. The love you thought you missed? Redemption is waiting. The purpose you thought was delayed? It's just been rerouted with divine precision. Nothing is late in heaven's timing. Your miracle is perfectly on schedule. You need to know this, there are contracts in heaven with your name on them. Promises that haven't expired, even if you gave up on them. Archangel Michael has been guarding those promises with angelic patience, waiting for the exact second your heart would be open again. That's why this message found you now, not before, not later, but in this exact moment. Because now you are ready. And the gates are opening. Walk through them. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess. This is the unfolding of divine timing. Trust it even if you can't yet see where it's leading. Every time you felt broken, you weren't breaking down, you were breaking open. For light to pour in. For healing to enter. For angels to move closer. Heaven isn't looking at you in judgment. It's looking at you in awe. You kept standing when it hurt. You kept hoping when it didn't make sense. And now, the divine is honoring your endurance. Michael says, every tear you cried was a seed, and the harvest is overdue. Now it begins. You're not reading this by chance. You're reading it because heaven knew it was finally time to remind you who you are, and whose you are. And just when you think this message can't go any deeper, here comes the wave of confirmation. You'll notice divine signs today. Numbers. Names. Dreams. Sudden peace. Unexpected news. A feeling in your gut that something just clicked. That's not your imagination, it's heaven proving this message is real. Don't second guess those signs. Say yes. Respond with faith. The miracle has arrived. But miracles don't shout. They whisper. They nudge. They show up wrapped in messages like this and wait for you to recognize them. And you just did. Don't let fear snatch it away. The final battle wasn't between you and the world, it was between you and the old version of yourself. And guess what? You just won. You don't need to return to who you were before the heartbreak, the loss, the betrayal. That version of you served its purpose. But now, a new you is emerging, lighter, braver, more in tune with heaven's whispers. Michael is removing the spiritual weights that once slowed you down. You are rising. This is your ascension moment. Heaven is clapping. Can you feel it? Because they see the version of you that's finally ready for the fullness of what's next. You were never meant to play small. You were never meant to hide behind fear. And now, you won't. Because this message just awakened the divine warrior within you. Archangel Michael isn't just speaking, he's guarding. God isn't just watching, he's orchestrating. The enemy didn't win. The darkness didn't drown you. And what's coming next will prove it to everyone who counted you out. This isn't just a comeback. It's a resurrection. And you're the miracle rising from the ashes. Yes, let's continue. Don't blink now, because what's unfolding in the spirit is too holy, too precise to miss. Archangel Michael is kneeling before the throne, presenting your name like a scroll wrapped in light. He's saying, Father, the time has come. Release what was promised. And God is smiling, not because you earned it, but because He already decided it. That's the power of divine grace. You're not stepping into blessing because you've been perfect, you're stepping into it because love never left your side. The heavens are aligned. Your name is surrounded by glowing fire. It's happening. This time, you will not miss it. You've had moments where you felt like giving up quietly. Where you smiled on the outside but sank inside. And yet you still whispered, God, if there's something left for me, show me. This message is that answer. Your whisper became a roar in the heavens. And now, Michael is breaking barriers that stood for generations in your bloodline. What's about to shift won't just change your life, it will echo through everyone connected to you. The curse is breaking. The pattern is ending. This is generational freedom, and you're the one chosen to carry it. Imagine, just for a moment, that you could see the invisible realms right now. You'd see angels arranging events, orchestrating encounters, touching hearts that need to open a door for you. You'd see divine timing like stars falling into place. You'd see the weight of every delay transformed into wings. That's what's happening behind the scenes. Heaven isn't confused. You didn't lose time, you were being aligned. Michael says, what you thought was rejection was actually redirection into a higher version of yourself. And now, what felt like silence from God was actually sacred strategy. The miracle is not coming. It has arrived. You've had moments where you felt like giving up quietly. Where you smiled on the outside but sank inside. And yet you still whispered, God, if there's something left for me, show me. This message is that answer. Your whisper became a roar in the heavens. And now, Michael is breaking barriers that stood for generations in your bloodline. What's about to shift won't just change your life, it will echo through everyone connected to you. The curse is breaking. The pattern is ending. This is generational freedom, and you're the one chosen to carry it. Imagine, just for a moment, that you could see the invisible realms right now. You'd see angels arranging events, orchestrating encounters, touching hearts that need to open a door for you. You'd see divine timing like stars falling into place. You'd see the weight of every delay transformed into wings. That's what's happening behind the scenes. Heaven isn't confused. You didn't lose time, you were being aligned. Michael says, what you thought was rejection was actually redirection into a higher version of yourself. And now, what felt like silence from God was actually sacred strategy. The miracle is not coming. It has arrived. Don't underestimate what you carry. The anointing on your life isn't just for comfort, it's for purpose. And every storm you survived didn't destroy you, it activated something ancient and powerful inside you. The reason you've been under attack is not because you're weak, it's because your destiny intimidates darkness. And now, with this divine message, that authority is waking up. Michael is placing divine armor on your spirit. You will not walk into this next chapter naked. You are covered, protected, equipped. Your voice is needed. Your story is sacred. And your breakthrough is echoing louder than every lie ever spoken over you. God is whispering now, closer than ever, I am not a man that I should lie. What I promised you still stands. And what you lost will return sevenfold. It's not too late. It's not too broken. You are not disqualified. You are not behind. You are right on time in divine terms. Michael says, let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. The enemy tried to tie your identity to your mistakes, but heaven sees your identity as your mission. You are more than the trauma. More than the past. You are chosen. Not by accident. Not by default. But by divine design. Right now, your name is glowing in a book that only angels and heaven can read. And beside your name is a timestamp, and the word, now, is flashing in radiant gold. That's the urgency. That's why this message found you in this exact moment. Because everything is set. Everything is ready. The blessing has a pulse now. The favor is alive. It's searching for you. But it can only land where there is faith. Will you be the one who finally says yes, with no fear, no delay, just surrender? If you can feel this word vibrating in your chest, then yes, you are the one. You may not realize it, but you're already walking in the middle of the miracle. The enemy tried to blind you with busyness, distraction, fatigue. But Archangel Michael is wiping the fog from your spiritual eyes. He's saying, look again. That opportunity wasn't random. That idea wasn't just a thought. That person wasn't just passing by. Heaven has been intersecting your path in quiet ways. The signs are subtle, but powerful. And this message is the trumpet call, it's time to recognize what you already carry. You're not empty. You're not behind. You are full of glory that's waking up now. And let's speak about restoration. That part of you that was stolen, whether it was your joy, your clarity, your peace, your laughter, your money, or your belief, it's being returned. Not just patched up. Not just partly healed. But fully restored. Heaven doesn't give back in fragments. God restores with overflow. Michael says, double for your trouble. Triple for your tears. Eternal rewards for your faith. You don't even know what's waiting behind the next divine door. But the angels do. And they're guarding it until your spirit is ready to walk through it fully open, fully expectant, fully anointed. You were never meant to settle for survival. You were born for sacred impact. And this moment, this message, is heaven's way of reminding you of the original blueprint. You are not just another soul floating through the earth, you are a chosen vessel, a light bearer, a warrior with a mission. And this next chapter isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about finally living from your divine center. Where peace leads. Where truth flows. Where miracles are normal. And where blessings chase you down, not the other way around. This is not the end. It's the awakening. People have spoken words over you that felt like chains. They told you you'd never make it. That you weren't enough. That you were too late, too old, too quiet, too broken. But heaven is laughing at those words now. Because none of those were written in your book. What is written instead are words like air, rising, reborn, unstoppable. Michael says, their words are dust. God's word is eternal. You don't need their validation, you already carry heaven's affirmation. Let those old labels fall off now. They were never yours to wear. Your true name is only known by the divine, and that name is shining now. So take a breath, right here. Let it sink in. You're not reading just words. You're reading a spiritual frequency that was designed to wake something up in you. And if you've made it this far into the message, it's because your spirit is already changing. There's a shift in your atmosphere. Things are breaking off you that don't belong. Doors that were locked are loosening. Resources are aligning. People you need are being drawn to your light. You don't need to chase anymore. This time, you'll attract because you finally remembered who you are. And what's next will shock you, in the most holy way. A message. A call. An opportunity that comes wrapped in divine timing. Your only job now is to stay open. Stay ready. Stay surrendered. Don't go back to doubting. Don't return to the fear that tried to cage you. Michael says, you've passed the test. The season of silence is over. The answer is here. You are cleared to rise. And rise you will. But this time, with wings. So take a breath, right here. Let it sink in. You're not reading just words. You're reading a spiritual frequency that was designed to wake something up in you. And if you've made it this far into the message, it's because your spirit is already changing. There's a shift in your atmosphere. Things are breaking off you that don't belong. Doors that were locked are loosening. Resources are aligning. People you need are being drawn to your light. You don't need to chase anymore. This time, you'll attract because you finally remembered who you are. And what's next will shock you, in the most holy way. A message. A call. An opportunity that comes wrapped in divine timing. Your only job now is to stay open. Stay ready. Stay surrendered. Don't go back to doubting. Don't return to the fear that tried to cage you. Michael says, you've passed the test. The season of silence is over. The answer is here. You are cleared to rise. And rise you will. But this time, with wings. Let's finish this divine message, not with a whisper, but with a thunder that shakes your soul awake. Archangel Michael is no longer just watching over you, he is walking with you. Every step you take from this moment forward will be marked. Marked with favor. Marked with clarity. Marked with unseen hands pulling you into rooms you were once locked out of. God isn't just about to bless you, he's about to publicly honor you. What was once your battle will now be your banner. The same ground where you wept will become the ground where you win. The miracle is no longer on the way. It's here, and it's waiting for your yes. There's someone reading this who thought their prayers were too broken to reach heaven. That their voice was too small, too tired, too messed up. But God wants to interrupt that lie right now and say, I heard you the first time. And every whisper since. Even the groanings of your heart that didn't have words, heaven interpreted them perfectly. And now, this is your confirmation, the silence was not rejection. It was construction. God was building your blessing behind the scenes while you were questioning if he even cared. Michael says, don't confuse delay with denial. This delay was your divine disguise. And now, the curtain is lifting. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit? That's not fear. That's alignment. That's your soul coming back to center. To truth. To power. All this time, you were living with fragments of yourself, pieces lost in people, in pain, in past decisions. But this is the season of wholeness. Archangel Michael is gathering every scattered part of you and bringing it back into divine order. You're not fragmented anymore. You are focused. Fearless. Forgiven. Free. And because of that, heaven is unlocking what was sealed. The blessing was always yours, it was just waiting for this version of you to arrive. And what about the money? Oh yes, heaven has not ignored your financial cries. God is not afraid of wealth. He's the author of abundance. And you've been thinking too small. That bill, that debt, that lack you've been fighting with, he's about to erase it, not just answer it. But there's more. There's a release coming over your hands, your gifts, your voice. New streams of income. Divinely inspired ideas. Resources that flow like rivers, not a drop here or there, but overflow. Michael says, tell them their hands are anointed. What they touch will multiply. You will not just survive, you will sponsor miracles for others. You've been a seed in dark soil for too long. But the rain is here. The roots are deep now. And the sun is rising. God says, you were not buried. You were planted. And now, you're about to bloom in full view. Everything they thought was over for you, relationships, opportunities, joy, purpose, is being resurrected. And it will shock those who walked away from your process. But this next chapter is not about proving them wrong, it's about proving heaven right. You were always meant to rise. This was always the plan. And now that you've finally accepted it, nothing can stop it. Archangel Michael adds, you're not the same. And that's the proof you're ready. The old you would have scrolled past this. Would have said, maybe later. Would have doubted this moment. But you stayed. You listened. And because of that, something permanent has shifted in your atmosphere. From this moment forward, you're not chasing alignment, you're walking in it. Watch the patterns break. Watch the delays vanish. Watch how quickly things come together now. Not because you forced it. But because you finally became it. This is your now season. That means, no more waiting for someone to choose you. Heaven already has. No more looking outside for validation. The divine already approved. No more explaining yourself to people who can't see your calling. The ones who need to see you will feel you before they ever hear you. And those who left you? Their exit was a divine gift. Their leaving made space for angels to enter. Don't mourn the ones who couldn't stay for your miracle. Celebrate the fact that you stayed long enough to witness it. God says, "You are about to see what my faith in you really looks like." It's not just about the miracle, it's about the momentum that follows it. One door will open another. One answered prayer will unlock 10 more. The divine dominoes have already begun to fall. Michael says, tell them to stay alert. The next 72 hours will carry signs they prayed for years ago. And when it comes, don't question it. Don't overthink it. Just say yes. Because when heaven moves this fast, it's not to pressure you, it's to prove how ready you've become. You've crossed into a different spiritual atmosphere now. That's why things feel different. That's why your spirit feels both nervous and calm. Excited and still. Because this isn't a feeling, it's a knowing. A deep inner confirmation that what you've read here isn't fantasy. It's your forecast. And it's not based on chance. It's built on covenant. Heaven keeps its word. And because of that, the only thing left is for you to receive what's already yours. So hear this final truth: the miracle has not just come to you, it has come through you. You are not the same person who started reading this message. Something divine has awakened. And from this day forward, you will see signs, wonders, and alignments that cannot be explained by logic. Only by grace. You are chosen. You are rising. You are ready. You've crossed into a different spiritual atmosphere now. That's why things feel different. That's why your spirit feels both nervous and calm. Excited and still. Because this isn't a feeling, it's a knowing. A deep inner confirmation that what you've read here isn't fantasy. It's your forecast. And it's not based on chance. It's built on covenant. Heaven keeps its word. And because of that, the only thing left is for you to receive what's already yours. So hear this final truth: the miracle has not just come to you, it has come through you. You are not the same person who started reading this message. Something divine has awakened. And from this day forward, you will see signs, wonders, and alignments that cannot be explained by logic. Only by grace. You are chosen. You are rising. You are ready. And the heavens are watching you walk into it with fire in your spirit and wings on your back. Your miracle has arrived. This is your divine confirmation. Heaven isn't done speaking to you. In fact, what's about to come next is what your spirit's been yearning to hear for years, you just didn't know how to name the hunger. Archangel Michael now stands not beside you, but in front of you. Shield raised. Sword drawn. He's parting invisible storms, cutting off old energies that try to cling to you. He's saying, no more interference. No more delay. No more distractions pulling them off course. It's time they step into the firelight of who they truly are. And now, you are, unapologetically, powerfully, beautifully, becoming. God leans close in this moment. You feel that stillness? That quiet pull inside your chest? That's not just peace, it's divine strategy. A new assignment is being downloaded into your spirit right now. Ideas will come like flashes. Dreams will return like rivers. Unexplained knowing will guide your next move. This is not just intuition. This is prophetic activation. You're not just receiving a blessing, you're stepping into a whole era of divine knowing. And with it, everything changes. You'll look at life through heavenly lenses now. Nothing will hit the same because you're not the same. The people who once misunderstood you will soon be amazed. Not because you explain, but because your fruit will speak for itself. The favor will be visible. The transformation will be undeniable. And the glow on your face will not be from rest, it will be from revelation. Because now you see. And when you truly see with divine eyes, you don't chase things. You choose things. You attract what aligns. You bless and release what doesn't. Michael says, tell them they're no longer reactive. They are ruling. They are walking as royalty now. And the angels? Oh, they're rejoicing. You can't hear it yet, but your name has just been sung in heaven's celebration rooms. A new scroll has been unsealed. A shift has been declared. This isn't just a turnaround, this is a total reintroduction of you to the world. The version of you that's stepping forward is not broken, not burdened, not bitter. This version is bold. Clear. Unshakable. You are the one the enemy tried hardest to destroy, and that's why you're the one heaven just promoted. Let's pause here with this holy truth. You are no longer waiting on the miracle. You are the miracle. Your very existence now carries a frequency that opens doors, heals spaces, and awakens souls. Your story isn't just your own anymore, it's a living testimony. And that's why you'll notice people drawn to you now. Not because of how loud you speak, but because of how loud your energy feels to their spirit. Your light isn't just flickering anymore, it's blazing. And nothing can dim what heaven lit. So many things are going to come full circle now. Words once spoken over you in childhood will suddenly make sense. Delays that made you feel forgotten will reveal their divine purpose. Even closed doors that shattered your hope will start opening one by one, not because they owe you, but because God ordained them. Michael is leading the procession. Angels are aligning people, resources, and places. The things that felt so out of reach are now inches from your spirit. Your only job? Stay in alignment. Stay in surrender. Stay in expectancy. You're walking into rooms you once feared weren't for you, and suddenly, you'll realize you were born to build those rooms. You'll speak in circles that once made you doubt your voice, and now they'll lean in because you carry heaven's weight. You'll walk past the opinions of those who misread you, and you won't even flinch. Because now, you're grounded. Now, you're holy fire in motion. Michael says, you used to question if you were enough. Now they'll question how you became so much. This next season is about divine attraction, not forced action. The right things, the right people, the right timing, they will all find you. They'll know you by your energy. They'll feel safe around you. They'll recognize heaven's mark on you without explanation. Don't shrink. Don't play small. Don't try to re-explain who you are to those who chose to misunderstand you. Just be. Just shine. Just rise, as you were always meant to. And your finances? Oh, they're not just being restored. They're being restructured. You're not going back to survival thinking. You're stepping into abundance as your birthright. Heaven is giving you new wisdom, divine strategies, supernatural connections. Wealth is now attracted to your stability, your peace, your alignment. God says, I can trust you now with overflow because you won't idolize it, you'll multiply it. Get ready for partnerships, open doors, yes you didn't ask for. This time, it's not coming through struggle, it's flowing through stillness. Michael is sending you one last word in this divine scroll, legacy. That's the new word being written over your life. Not just breakthrough, not just blessing, legacy. What begins with you will not end with you. Your children's children will eat the fruit of the seeds you plant in this season. Every yes you give to the divine will echo through generations. You are the breaker of cycles. The builder of bridges. The dreamer of dreams heaven whispered before you were born. And this, right here, is your permission to step fully into it. So rise now, not because you're trying to prove them wrong, but because it's time to prove heaven right. You were born for this. Heaven is in full agreement. The angels are already moving. The divine has spoken. Your miracle has arrived. Now walk like it. Michael is sending you one last word in this divine scroll, legacy. That's the new word being written over your life. Not just breakthrough, not just blessing, legacy. What begins with you will not end with you. Your children's children will eat the fruit of the seeds you plant in this season. Every yes you give to the divine will echo through generations. You are the breaker of cycles. The builder of bridges. The dreamer of dreams heaven whispered before you were born. And this, right here, is your permission to step fully into it. So rise now, not because you're trying to prove them wrong, but because it's time to prove heaven right. You were born for this. Heaven is in full agreement. The angels are already moving. The divine has spoken. Your miracle has arrived. Now walk like it. And now, beloved, as you take this final stretch of divine truth into your heart, understand this: what's changing around you will not compare to what's being ignited within you. Archangel Michael places his hand upon your shoulder in the spirit and says, "You have no idea how powerful you've become by simply surviving what tried to bury you. You didn't break, you built. You didn't fall, you formed. And because of that, all of heaven now recognizes your spiritual authority. You're not stepping into a new chapter, you're stepping into a whole new book. One written in gold. One no enemy can erase. God is whispering so gently now, the storms made you strong, but my voice will now make you steady." That steadiness? That calm you're beginning to feel in your chest right now as you read these words? That's not just a feeling. That's divine evidence. Your frequency has shifted. Your vibration has risen. And from this higher place, you'll make decisions that pull miracles into your reality like magnets. You're no longer chasing. Now, you are calling forth with boldness, with ease, with spiritual clarity. You've stepped into a realm where flow replaces force, and this is what you were made for. There will be moments very soon where it will feel almost surreal. The alignment will happen too perfectly. The doors will open too smoothly. The confirmation will come too quickly. But don't question it. Don't sabotage it with your old mindset. Michael says, when you see divine timing unfold, don't resist it, receive it. Don't prepare for disaster when heaven is delivering destiny. You've been trained for this moment through fire. But now, it's time to walk through it in grace. People may ask you what changed. How you got so calm. How things just suddenly started falling into place. How the impossible started showing up on your doorstep. You don't need to explain it with logic. You simply say, God moved. Michael cleared. I finally believed. And let them see the evidence. Because heaven is preparing to show you off. Not for pride, but for proof. Proof that when someone says yes to the divine, even after failure, even after fear, even after being forgotten, God will raise them up with such beauty and power, that it silences every lie ever spoken against them. You are that proof now. Do you remember the version of you that almost quit? That nearly gave up in silence? That sat on the bathroom floor whispering, God, please, anything? That version of you is the reason you are so unstoppable now. Because heaven didn't need your perfection, it needed your permission. And you gave it. Broken. Tired. Weeping. Yet still, you gave heaven a yes. And now that yes is paying off in ways that will feel impossible until they become undeniable. Michael says, tell them the pain paid for the oil. And the oil will make everything else move with ease. You don't even know how close you are to divine eruption. That miracle you've prayed for? It's not just moving toward you, it's pressing against you right now. And all it's waiting on is your full surrender. No more halfway belief. No more double-mindedness. No more, maybe it's not for me. It is for you. This message has followed you too long, whispered too loud, reached too deep for it to be a coincidence. God doesn't chase people with maybe blessings. He chases people with marked callings. And yours is marked. Clear. Powerful. Irrevocable. So start walking like everything is already yours. Like you've already been approved. Because in heaven's court, you have signed, sealed, declared. Michael has already gone before you. The agreements are done. The access is open. The only gate left is the one between your belief and your boldness. And once you break that one down, nothing will be able to block what's coming. This is not small. This is not someday. This is now. Right now. Right here. Within reach. You've prayed prayers that haven't even hit your own ears, but they hit heaven's. You've carried dreams so sacred, so heavy, you barely spoke them aloud, but God wrote them into your destiny like prophecies. And now, as the spiritual winds blow around your life, they are carrying those exact desires toward manifestation. Watch the little signs. The divine nudges. The sudden peace. That's how it starts. Soft. Quiet. Almost invisible, until it becomes undeniable. You're entering that realm now. You're not just a believer. You're a receiver. Michael is smiling now. His wings are wrapped in divine gold and light is pouring through his armor. You made it, he says. You didn't know if you would, but you did. And now, the world will know not just that you survived, but that you were chosen. Heaven never wanted to rush your healing. It wanted to rebuild you. Stronger. Wiser. Ready. And now that you are, you'll find yourself leading people into the very light you thought you'd never find again. This is how your story unfolds now, not with fear, not with waiting, not with pain, but with miracles. Miracles in your finances. Miracles in your relationships. Miracles in your purpose. Miracles in your voice. You are a miracle in motion now. Wherever you walk, you change the frequency. Wherever you speak, something activates. Wherever you simply exist, heaven rejoices. And so, this is your final truth tonight, from the heart of the Creator and the mouth of Michael. You are the answered prayer someone else is waiting on. You are the light in a room that was dark too long. You are the chosen one for this generation of change. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has begun in you. Rise now. Walk in it. Live like it. Because truly, your miracle has already arrived. Michael is smiling now. His wings are wrapped in divine gold and light is pouring through his armor. You made it, he says. You didn't know if you would, but you did. And now, the world will know not just that you survived, but that you were chosen. Heaven never wanted to rush your healing. It wanted to rebuild you. Stronger. Wiser. Ready. And now that you are, you'll find yourself leading people into the very light you thought you'd never find again. This is how your story unfolds now, not with fear, not with waiting, not with pain, but with miracles. Miracles in your finances. Miracles in your relationships. Miracles in your purpose. Miracles in your voice. You are a miracle in motion now. Wherever you walk, you change the frequency. Wherever you speak, something activates. Wherever you simply exist, heaven rejoices. And so, this is your final truth tonight, from the heart of the Creator and the mouth of Michael. You are the answered prayer someone else is waiting on. You are the light in a room that was dark too long. You are the chosen one for this generation of change. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has begun in you. Rise now. Walk in it. Live like it. Because truly, your miracle has already arrived. And now, breathe, beloved. Feel this truth settle into your bones like a gentle fire. You're not who you were before this message found you. Something ancient has been restored. Something holy has been awakened. And Archangel Michael is still standing there, eyes blazing, declaring to the heavens, "It is done." The shift is complete. The gates are open. There is nothing else you need to chase. From this moment on, you attract by alignment. You move by divine instruction. And you expand through obedience, not exhaustion. The war that raged silently inside you has been silenced by heaven's decree. God is now singing over you in a frequency that melts the shame off your soul. His voice isn't angry. It's reassuring. You never disappointed me, he says. You've always been enough for me, even when you weren't enough for them. That ache inside you, the one that made you feel like you had to earn love, earn rest, earn joy, it's dissolving now in divine light. You were born worthy. And now, you get to live from that worth. Michael says, you've carried chains that didn't belong to you. They break here. They break now. Let them fall. You see, the enemy tried to write a version of your life that was never heaven's intention. He tried to keep you stuck in loops, poverty loops, heartbreak loops, shame loops. But what he didn't know, is that heaven had a moment on the calendar with your name on it. And this is that moment. God has flipped the script. You're stepping out of the loop, out of the maze, into the path. And this time, the path is straight. Glorious. Clear. And you're going to walk it with strength you didn't know you had. This is why the pain was so deep. Because your purpose is so wide. This is why the fire was so hot. Because your assignment is so high. And now you understand, none of it was random. Every battle, every betrayal, every delay, it was all setting the stage for your rise. Not just in spirit, but in life. Visible, undeniable, public favor. Heaven is not only healing you privately, it's about to elevate you publicly. And there is nothing anyone can do to block it. Because what God builds, man can't break. And what Michael guards, no darkness can touch. You're going to walk through the rest of this year like someone who knows the throne room has already spoken. No begging. No doubting. Just walking. Just flowing. Just receiving. The divine rhythm you're stepping into will feel like peace on fire. You won't just be guided, you'll be carried. The burden is being replaced with breath. The weight is being replaced with wings. And everywhere you go, something will shift. Atmospheres will bend. Opportunities will open. Because you've become an open portal for God's power to move through. People who never apologized will try to reconnect, but you won't need closure. Because elevation is closure. You'll recognize who's for you, who never was, and you'll bless them both. Because your heart is healed now. No more resentment. No more confusion. No more begging people to understand your calling. You understand it. Heaven understands it. And that's enough. Michael says, stop trying to take everyone with you. This mountain is for you. And the view from the top is about to be worth every tear you cried in the valley. Listen closely, this next part is sacred, your presence alone is going to unlock things for others. You won't always have to speak. Your energy will announce the glory you carry. You will be a walking answer. A living altar. A moving miracle. And those who once doubted your worth will be the first to witness your rise. Not because you tried to prove it, but because God chose this way to make it known. And now God whispers one final time, with love so pure it brings tears from the soul. Thank you for not giving up. You didn't know it, but heaven was watching that moment when everything in you said, I can't do this anymore, and yet somehow, you still breathed. Still got up. Still hoped. That's what triggered the miracle. Not perfection, but perseverance. You passed the test of faith, not with performance, but with presence. And now the gates of overflow are open. So as you rise from this message and return to your world, remember, it's not the same world anymore. Something eternal just collided with your timeline. Something miraculous just ignited your next steps. And nothing will look the same, because you are not the same. You've been called. You've been crowned. You've been commissioned. Now go walk in the fullness of it. Because your miracle has already arrived.
And now, if you made it all the way here, I just want to say this to you from the bottom of my heart. This was not just a message, it was a movement, a divine word. And if your soul was stirring, your chest felt that heat, or you even felt like crying without knowing why, that was confirmation. It means this was meant for you. Heaven really is speaking, and you would never forget, and not even once. You are walking into something so powerful, so scared, that even your future self will look back and whisper, I almost did not make it, but thank God I did. That version of you, it's being born right now. And hey, if you felt something shift in your spirit while listening or reading, don't walk away from it. Stay connected. We don't always get these kinds of message. When heaven speaks, we stay close. So take a sound, hit that subscribe button right now, because this won't be the last time you hear the voice of God and his angels throw a message like this. This is your space, your tribune, your divine connection, and I don't want to miss what's coming next. Trust me, you are not alone anymore. And this is just a beginning. Your miracle has arrived, and now it's time to live like it. I will see you in the next message.